that now the electronic voting system had been deployed. From the ICT officer of the Assembly, Mr. Alfred Kimtai, Mr. Speaker, when that question was put to him, he admitted that the system was deployed 2 days before. The MCAs had not been given an opportunity to interact with the system, create their own passwords, so that the vote which they are going to cast is going to be linked to a particular MCA. This goes to the verifiability of that particular vote. It is not about the numbers at this point. It's about the process within which that election was undertaken. Because an election is not just an event, it's a process, Mr. Speaker. It can also be seen from those clips which have been played in this House that there was a division in the Assembly. And when there is a division, the standing order requires that a roll call vote is taken on that issue. The issue was raised by one Gabriela, who has been called as a witness before this House, and was supported by 17 others, making a total of 18. And it is at that point, the standing order number 79, Honorable Senators, that required the Speaker to direct a roll call vote to be undertaken on that issue, Mr. Speaker. However, the Speaker of the Assembly instead went on to declare that the voting was going to proceed electronically. It is not clear why at this point, for a matter of this magnitude, because as we sit here, the decision that is going to be undertaken, that was undertaken by the Assembly, is going to take away the political right of the governor, because he was declared as the duly elected governor. But on the same breath, is going to take away the decision and the will of the people of Kericho County. So that a matter of this magnitude, it has not been explained by the Assembly why was the rush to use the system, which was being piloted for the first time, to vote on this motion, Mr. Speaker. And looking at that system and the various questions which have been raised by the Honorable Senators, it's clear that the system had serious doubts. There were serious issues of manipulation, and the three ICT experts, as they came here, they could not clarify or clear the doubts which were raised by the Senators. There was issues which were raised about the geographical location of the particular votes. And as we stand here, every vote could not have been linked to the geographical location. And the answer is one. The configuration or the manner in which the system has been set does not secure the votes. Mr. Speaker, it is also admitted, it's not disputed, that on the material day, I have heard the counsel for the governor indicate that the username is like the email address, and the password was unique, but in this case it was an ID number. How many times do we sign with our ID numbers when called upon? It is clear from the list of even the laptops that was applied to them that they had to write their own ID numbers. As they sign various registers, Mr. Speaker, they had to indicate the ID numbers. So what is unique about the ID numbers when we talk about a password? And it is clear from the three ICT experts that the two-factor authentication or the multi-factor authentication was not created for this system, so that every particular vote can be linked to the MCA. Also at the same time, from the Hansard at page 195 of the governor's bardo, the Speaker himself of the Assembly publicly announced that the ID number is the password. So it was no longer a secret of what the password was, Mr. Speaker. And at the same time, issues arose about whether the MCAs had brought the tools of trade, particularly the gadgets which were required to conduct business. But as it has been shown, is for the first time they were going to use electronic voting. No prior notice had been given to the MCAs, and that was declared on the floor. So that when the MCAs have given evidence that they did not have their phones, they cannot then be faulted, because in the normal conducting of their business back in the Assembly, it is for the first time that they were required to use their phones. Mr. Speaker, it has also been shown also about the user name, which is not disputed, that the first link had all the usernames. And every MCA had access to the link and could then access the username or the IPPD address for the MCAs. And with that, Mr. Speaker, the case for the Assembly is that three voted. But the question the House should ask is the verifiability of these 33 votes. Can you link the vote of each and every, which was casted or which is said to have been casted, to the particular MCA? It has also been admitted that